Man, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome to yet another super exciting episode of FameIdols Hangout. Of course, we're here, we're live, we're chilling, we're bubbling to keep you company, to keep you posted, to keep you updated of all that's going on in the lives of your favorite celebrities. Hope your week is going as amazing as mine is. I mean, it's a beautiful Wednesday, and as they say, weekend the way go sweet, and now from Wednesday now you go know. This is FameIdols Hangout. This is what we talk about all that's going on in the lives of your fave. I mean, this is what will keep you posted on all that's happening in the entertainment industry. Hope your week is going smoothly. Beautiful Wednesday evening in the city of Lagos. I mean, the weather was, I don't know, I think I should say balanced because the beginning part of the day in my side of Lagos, I mean, the beginning part of the day was a little rainy. After a while, it started raining heavily, and then it can't calm down. People that are using solar had the opportunity to make judicious use of the sun. Yes, the sun came out much later in the day, I think around noon. Yeah, this is what we are doing every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from the hour of 8 down to 9 o'clock. Officer Rugged Gentleman is my name. I've got Joy in the building. Joy, good evening this evening.
Yes, so good evening, Osita. Thank you so much. How you day? Yes, I think the weather was okay where you are. Well, it's good, it's the raining season, so that is what we expect. And our fans in Ghana, yes, we are so sorry. We are sending our shout out to you, okay? We hear and see what is happening, with the flood in your side. So please, 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 please be careful and stay safe out there. Well, today, Osita has told you it is Fame Idols, yes. So, and we are here with all the juicy deeds inside Obodo Entertainment. I told you before. You want to know what is Obodo Entertainment? Please ask me in the comment section. I'll let you know what it is. Well, beautiful, amazing, and handsome viewers. You know how it is now. Please leave us a comment, okay? We want to tell you what is happening inside the lives of your favorite celebrities. If there is something you feel is not the way it should be, please reach out to us in the comment section. If you are in agreement with what your celebrities have said, let us hear from you in the comment section. And don't forget to follow us on www.fameidols.com. Do you have that beautiful talent you want to showcase to the world? Please follow us and showcase your talent. Someone could be looking at you. Yes. Osita, please, let's continue.
Yes, of course. As it's our customs and tradition here on Fame Idols, a sneak peek of what to actually expect on today's program. I mean, our very own social media TikToker, as I like to call him, a Nigerian streamer, Peller is in the news. I mean, after 4 days of a little bit of confusion here, after 4 days of bad boost online, after 4 days of silence, he's finally in the news. And we get to know all about what made him silent for these past 4 days. I mean, stay tuned to know exactly what's happening right there. And Brymo is coming out to come and speak. Anytime Brymo should speak, you must surely expect that buzz. You must surely expect controversy. You must expect something hot. Anytime we say Brymo talk like this, just know that yes, it's going to be violent. Yes, it's going to be violent. Let me put it like that. No worry. Just relax. We'll let you know everything Brymo said about both Burna Boy and Subaba. Jim Iyke is also in the news, finally breaking the table. There's this particular conversation that has been going on for a very long time, and Jim Iyke has given his own 2 cents that a lot of people do not agree with. Celebrity actress Uche Ogbodo has come out to spill the beans concerning her marriage. And this one, in as much as a lot of people are not happy about it, there seems to be a fraction of people that are particularly happy about this news on Uche Ogbodo. Just sit back, relax, and we'll let you know everything as the show progresses. But that being said, we are here to let you know that FameIdols Got Talent Season 2 is back. Yes, FameIdols Got Talent Season 2 is back, and a lot of people have been asking from the last season, after which people had the opportunity to make money from their talents. People have been asking, when are we coming back? When will they be able to do this once again? Now, the opportunity has availed itself. Please, do not be left out. And a lot of people have been commenting, a lot of people have been screaming, a lot of people have been shouting. They do not know how to go about our audition, yes, for the FameIdols Got Talent. This is to let you know that there is actually an opportunity if you are in Lagos, see, we would make it very easy for you. That's one thing about this particular brand. In as much as we are giving out a whole lot of money, we want you to chop this money. I mean, have you not listened to Peace Quest song? Chop the money. So we'll make it available for people in Lagos to be able to audition at a physical location. Now, you're going to be competing for the cash prize of 1 million naira at the grand finale. But there are a lot of cash prizes to be won in the course of the show. We are giving out a whole lot. All you have to do is get signed up on www.fameidols.com. I take that again, www.fameidols.com. Get signed up on the site and follow us across every social media platform so you stay updated. We're also on WhatsApp. Yes, we're on WhatsApp. Ask for the WhatsApp channel. Ask for the WhatsApp number. Ask for the WhatsApp channel. Fame Idols. Make you day updated. Make you not miss any information at all concerning this particular one. It's going to be wild, it's going to be massive, and registrations are already ongoing. You know, we keep repeating this thing, and I saw a comment somewhere, Joy. Somebody was saying probably we do not have people that have registered already. That's wrong. Registrations are ongoing and there are limited slots. Let it not be as if when you finally want to register, we'll tell you, sorry, this one, it don't pass you. So get signed up on the site, www.fameidols.com. Fame Idols Got Talent Season 2. We are back, we are bigger, and we are better. That being said, I believe let's get right into the very first story for today. Now, a magistrate court in Lagos has granted bail to Nigerian TikToker Peller for obstructing police officers. Peller was granted a bail to the tune of 500,000 naira on Tuesday, that's yesterday, after spending 4 days in police detention. Newspaper actually reported that the streamer was arrested and detained on Friday following a confrontation with police officers in Lekki area of Lagos State. Now, he was later transferred to Ikeja police station and arraigned on Tuesday alongside one Bello Oladipo on 3 counts of resisting police officers and breaching the public peace. The charges included obstruction of a police officer in the discharge of their duties, conduct likely to cause a breach of the public peace, and conspiracy to commit a felon. Una dey hear charge? Yes, recall that Peller was actually seen in a viral video on Friday before his arrest, accusing some police officers of harassing him for driving a tinted vehicle without a plate number. While insisting that he had just purchased the vehicle, Peller alleged that the police officer pulled his shirt, pointed a gun at his head, and insisted that he'd be taken into custody. Now, a lot of people had a lot of things to say about this particular confrontation between Peller and these police officers. People of the opinion that there is a lot we do not know about this. Now, let me just take some of the comments that actually caught my attention. People are asking, why was he arraigned? Why was he transferred to Ikeja? Yes, that's the question people are asking. Why was he transferred in Ikeja? The crime was committed in Lekki. Does it mean that there is no police station in the whole of Lekki, in the whole of Lagos Island, in the whole of the island? There is no police station that you would be, kept or arraigned. Why was he brought all the way to the mainland to Ikeja if something fishy was not going on? Another person was coming out to come and ask that he thought that this was a case of tinted glass. So which one can be all these charges where we they see? Coming out to come and 3 counts charge. That is obstruction of a police officer on the obstruction of police officer on duty, obstructing a police officer on duty rather, and the conspiracy to commit felon. This person is coming out to come and ask, I thought we were talking about tinted glass. So how did we get to all these charges? Another person is actually of the opinion that Peller got what's coming to him. This person is coming out to come and say Peller lacks a manner of approach. He's coming out to come and remind us of that particular lady. Joy, I do not know if you remember that lady that went viral a while ago. That is on Peller's stream, actually. He was in a restaurant and he was streaming. And then this lady told him that he's making noise, something of that nature. The lady told him he's making noise and he flared up. He said a lot of things to her. And this person is coming out to say he's very sure that whatever Peller is going through now, he calls it upon himself. He does not have a manner of approach, especially when dealing with law enforcement agents. But then, Joy, do you agree or you disagree?
You know what? Somebody said something that influencers or whoever you may be, okay, no matter who you are, you should show respect to federal law enforcement agencies, okay? it is right for you to show respect to them. They are only doing their job. Okay, they are doing their job. Show your respect to them. They saw you without the tinted glass. They stopped you, and then the whole thing that went on happened. Yes, but show respect. Are you getting that? A fan is saying, sure, and I think I agree with what a fan said. Show respect, okay? Let it be that the fault is not from you. Okay, let it be that the fault is not from you. Just show respect to whoever it is. They are doing their job. So you cannot blame them for stopping you. There's a reason they stopped you. Okay. So you should just show respect to the person. That is all. So all those over screaming that Peller was doing there, I don't know why he was doing that. Okay, fine. Somebody said, I understand why Peller was trying to record and all that, because a fan said something. A fan was saying that because the police are accusing Peller of recording, the whole incident, part of the charges against him, which charges are coming from. We don't know where all this, because we are talking tinted glasses, and driving. Why is all this? What as in where is all these other charges coming from? Somebody said something. Somebody said that there was a time that the inspector general of police, he previously stated that citizens can record officers. They can record officers, so they don't know why, they don't see the legality of, filming police and it being part of the crime. They don't see where it's coming from. Okay, you have your phone, you can record who you want to record. Why is it part of the crime that he committed? We don't understand that. Okay, fans want to know. Okay, another person was saying something. A fan said something. The fan said, this one said it, he said it in pidgin. He said, now wow, if to say God no bless this boy, this billing for hard though, and another man said that he for receive 500 slap from those police before he find him way out. And if I was saying something, if you don't have money, you will not even where you go see money, where you go see moto. If you no get money, who go arrest you with tinted glass in the first place? People are beginning to think that maybe there's something going on here that is not just about the tinted glasses. People are going to think there's something going on here, because we're talking about tinted glass, we're talking about the car, and Peller said he just bought the car. That's what Peller said. Okay, why don't you investigate what he said? Why all the the whole gra? What are we talking about? If we're in a civil society, it's something that we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Okay, this is the even if Peller, okay, you say Peller, follow us to the station, and it gets to the station. You people will sit down and talk about it. There's no why all these, the count charges and everything. We don't see why it is needed. But then, whatever it may be, it is the way it is, and he has been given a bill of 500,000. Okay, also to provide sureties. Okay, so well, it is what it is. A fan said, well, it's okay that he's out of he's out of there. He's no longer there. Okay, but somebody said something. Fans are discussing. People are saying that every citizen has rights. You have right to express yourself. You have right to exercise your civil right. But then don't try to obstruct, law enforcement agent that is carrying out their duties. Okay, if you watch that video, you see the way Bella was shouting, screaming on the video, and people were wondering, are these people beating Bella? What happened? We even took some time before people found out that it was tinted glass that was the issue. Are you getting? The way he was doing the whole thing, it was really getting out of hand. Okay, somebody said, "Oh, this is about all the things we talk about education." Please don't. We're not going into Olodo uprising or whatever. I don't want to start going into that. Okay, but the issue is tinted glasses. Okay, so let us focus on the issue, and we don't know why we're having all these other things, because even the Inspector General of Police has what said it, that citizens can film. You can record whatever is happening between you and an enforcement agent. Okay, in the law enforcement agent, you can record what is happening. Yes, you can. Yes, for record purposes. For in case of maybe something goes wrong, you have something to prove. Yes, so you can record it. So that puts it that as part of his charges. We don't understand why, but whatever it is,
But
we're gonna make the story. Then you want to say something, Osita?
but I think that
Osita, you're saying something.
a lot of people are ignoring, because somebody pointed out something, and this person was, before these bail conditions were brought to limelight, this person was actually saying this is a direct attack on Peller's brand, that they are doing all these things because it is Peller, that they are trying to bring the boy down, stop his shine and stuff like that. And I think somebody made this particular comment on our last show, Yeah, somebody made this particular comment on our last show that the only reason it is happening like this is because of his speller, and they are just trying to attack his brand particularly. Do you think that that particular statement is true? Because there is one beautiful thing about a manner of approach. See, in as much as we would not dispute the fact that there are a lot of law enforcement agents that are doing too much. Yes, if nobody's going to say it, I'm going to say there are a lot of law enforcement agents that are doing too much. But don't you think, or do you think that this is a direct attack on his brand, or probably there is a misunderstanding between communications of both parties? That is communication between both parties, misunderstanding, find way, enter.
It could be the way they were communicating between each other. Okay, it could
Are
be
you there,
it could
Joy?
be yes, I can hear. It could be the way they were communicating. Okay, it could be maybe everybody with their emotions. That is why you don't have to put emotions into this. Somebody is driving and the police stops you. There's a reason why they stop you. Listen, know what they want to say, okay? And then when you listen, if it is something that you have done, and they'll tell you, okay, this, depending on what it is, both of you are discussing about. And when you're done, you move on, go to where you're going to. And if it's that they ask you, okay, you have to follow us to the station, and you're sure that yes, this is something that, oh, you need to follow them to the station, then follow them to the station. If you decide to record it, fine, record it, because you have a right to record it. Are you getting it? But now, because of it is speller, because it's speller, people are assuming that, oh, it's a target on him, maybe Peller is being targeted or something like that. There is no evidence to show that. So we cannot say, oh yes, Peller is being targeted. We don't have any evidence to show that yes, Peller is being targeted. Okay. What we know is what we have heard and what happened. Okay. And from the video, what we saw from the video, it seems as if the whole matter escalated. Okay, somebody was saying that even though every citizen has their rights, you have a right to, you have a right, you have your civil right. Okay, but when it comes to maybe when you are being, maybe when it turns to threat, maybe the law enforcement agencies, it is beginning to threaten you, they're beginning to treat you roughly, that kind of thing, then you should record it. Okay, record it as evidence. Okay, but for now I cannot say Bella is targeted or whatever. It seems so, but we cannot say for sure, because we cannot say what we don't know. We can only say what we know, what we have on hand, the information we have. Okay, so Osita, how you take here?
I would
Osita,
always
can you hear
be
me?
particular about being proper with law enforcement agents. Yes, like I pointed out rightfully, some of them can be overbearing, some of them can be doing too much, but then it is always right, it's always good to allow these people to do their job. They are there for a reason, and then allow them to do their job, and more often than not, you would go your way peacefully. There is actually an approach in which Peller would have approached the situation. See, there is still this back and forth going on about tinted glass. So it is technically not right. You understand? It is technically not right to be driving around with a car that has tinted glass, especially if you do not have a permit for it. So, based on mega logistics, if we are deciding to be truthful, everybody get fault. There is a fault from Peller's side, there is a fault from the policeman's side, but then the bail condition has been set, the court has sat on the matter, and then he's been granted bail. So I think this should just be an eye opener to every other person. Allow law enforcement agents to do their job, irrespective of your status in the society. That's what we'll be joining on this particular story and entering the very next story. It's so amazing how you could make a statement or sing a song or do something in 2023, and 3 years later, in 2026, there will be a boat for your back. Brymo is in the news together with Burna Boy, and Joy is going to be telling us this particular one. Joy, over to you.
Yeah, so person waiting for news now. Brymo, we have been wondering what is happening. Brymo, what is happening? What is the problem? Fans are asking Brymo, what is the problem? Is there something you are not telling us? Is there something you are not saying? Because this is something that happened 2023. Okay, so we don't know. Well, let's go into the story. Let's go into what really happened. Okay, now Brymo is in the news. Our singer Brymo, you all know Brymo is in the news, and he said something. He has accused Burna Boy of something. Yes, he said, Burna Boy, you bought your Grammy Award. I don't know, please. If you think that Burna Boy bought his Grammy Award, please let us know in the comment section, because I don't understand what is really happening here. Okay, so is it jealousy or what? Some fans are asking the same thing. Is it jealousy? Well, let me let you know what really happened. So Singer Brymo slams his junior colleague Burna Boy. Junior colleague, Burna Boy responded to a diss. Brymo responded to a diss Burna Boy delivered in a 2023 freestyle, in which the Grammy-winning artist said, Burna Boy said, "Hustle make you no fall off like Brymo." Now, speaking during an appearance of the Not Just Okay podcast, Brymo said he had no intention of mentioning Burna Boy in his song. In his words, he said, "I told him," that is Brymo is saying that he told Burna Boy, "Your name no go ever appear for my song. You are not that important. Who is your mate? You won a Grammy and so what? It was bought now. I've been told to pay $10,000 for a Bet Awards before." This is coming from Brymo. Brymo also questioned Burna Boy's artistry, adding that, "Can you perform? Can you write? Can you sing? I don't care what fraternity you belong to." You don't know if you belong to a fraternity or not. This is all coming from Brymo, okay? Brymo even went on to say that his level, that Burna Boy's level is not up to him when it comes to doing pure music. Okay, now people have been wondering, where is all this coming from? Okay, now this dates back to September 2023 when Brymo publicly labeled Burna Boy a thief and called him unoriginal, accusing him and a wave of younger artists, including Davido, Wizkid, and Rema, of borrowing from older generations while trying to erase their contributions. While the other artists, Davido, Wizkid and the rest, they did not respond, Burna Boy hit back through that freestyle jam, which he said, "Hustle make you no fall like Brymo." Okay, Brymo addressed it before in 2024. Now he has returned to the subject again. So then when he addressed it, he said that he is surprised that an artist with a Burna Boy's profile at that time would resort to such a move, to diss him, saying make you know for make you hustle, make you know for like Brymo. Okay, so I don't know, Brymo, some fans are wondering what is really happening. Because people that know Brymo is somebody we know. Brymo has talent. Okay, Brymo has talent. A fan said something. A fan said Brymo music is top notch. He is a beast, no doubt. There is no time he ever fell off when it comes to music thing. Man is gifted. Okay, but we don't understand what is happening now. Why the attack? Why are you attacking everybody? Okay, another person said, "I don't know about the extra claims, but there is something about the confidence that Brymo has in his artistry that I admire like Mark." You get that one? So there are people that know that Brymo can sing. We know that Brymo has it. We know that he can sing. He can, yes, we know. But what is happening? Why all this? Why are you shading everybody? Is it just to be relevant? Okay, to say something online? Because one fan is saying that these people will say anything just to be on the internet. People will say anything so that you could talk about them. Okay, they can bring up any kind of controversy, be it something that has happened years ago. They don't mind as long as it keeps you talking about them. Okay, as long as it keeps you talking about them. They can bring up anything to talk about. That's what a fan said. A fan said it was provoked. Somebody was asking something. A fan said something. One fan said, "Brymo, I know that Burna this was unnecessary, but everyone who got a Grammy deserved it." Okay, we which one fan reply said it was necessary because since 2022, every time Brymo is on Burna Boy's neck, Burna Boy this, Burna Boy that, Burna Boy do this, Burna Boy do that. He bought the Grammy. He did this one. He stole this. He did that. Every time Burna Boy, Burna Boy, Burna Boy. Now he replied you, and you are so pained. Can you just remove your hand from Burna Boy's neck? Hey, that is what somebody is asking. Can you remove your hand from his neck? Because since 2022, you did not allow the guy to rest. Now he has decided to reply you. You are so pained. You cannot bear it. What is it? Okay, so people are beginning to wonder, why are you always on Burna Boy story? Leave him alone. Anytime you open your mouth, you're talking about somebody did this, somebody do that. Why must it always be somebody do this and do that? Also, I don't know. Can you hear me, Osita? Because this thing
I
is
can hear
beginning
you.
to. You're wondering what is happening. We know that Burna Boy can sing, but they your own day now. So if I just go the talk say, be like say Burna Boy go do giveaway o. Abi wetin you wan make I talk o? How you take see am? Because this one on the back.
Somebody said categorically that Brymo should go and buy his own Grammy Award. That is a very simple something. If you feel that Burna Boy purchased his Grammy Award, go and buy your own. And that they offered to sell BET Award for you one certain time like that. Why didn't you buy it? Is it that you do not have the $10,000, or you feel that your music is that good to get you into the award? And somebody also said, the same person said, if you are coming out to come and say the music is so fantastic that you don't need to buy any award, why have you not won the awards? Those awards that you refuse to buy, why have you not won? At least, even if Burna Boy is buying, at least he's buying. Yes, he's at least they are willing to sell to him. They are the kind of songs you would sing, they are the kind of music you would do, and even if you want to buy, nobody will sell for you. So somebody even wrote in the comment section, Pain, is that you? Say Brymo is just very, very pained. Somebody was liking Brymo to a particular. I do not know if you can relate, Joy, but growing up, there is this particular neighbor. I would call him a neighbor. Yeah, he's always one old man. He's old. And this particular old man, we do not know what gets him angry. We don't know why exactly he's frustrated. But you would see him in front of his gate. Yes, he's always sitting there in front of his gate. As early as 7:30 to 8, this man is positioned in front of his gate, wearing singlet and tying wrapper with one small radio by his side. Anybody that should pass, this man would get very verbal with you. I mean, to the point where if you greet him, good morning, sir. What is good about the morning? Why are you greeting me? You that your mother is doing this one, you that your father is, please get out of this place. He's that verbal. And every morning, that is the routine. Come out, abuse people, insult people, go inside. In the evening, he does the same thing, back to back. Just bitter and frustrated. Somebody is liking Brymo to that particular example, because tell me why since 2023, this is 2026, and you are still Burna Boy this, Burna Boy that. Like, is it that you are just hearing? Somebody was asking, is it that you are just hearing the this freestyle? That this freestyle came out 2023. Why are you replying now? Joy, somebody said, even if it is a woman you are toasting, by now you should have forgotten about her. Why are you toasting the same woman 2023 till now? And the fact that Burna Boy is not responding to any of these things is what is making it more hilarious, because I thought it would have been very interesting. It would have been nice if, there is a back and forth. If you say his own, Burna Boy should reply. He says another one, Burna Boy should reply. It will not be sweet. There is a way beef would go and you would enjoy the beef. But at the point whereby you're the only one that is talking and talking and talking, it get as it be. Somebody said, is it that Brymo has not noticed that nobody is listening to him? Like, nobody is even responding to his statement. Like, it seems he's just speaking to himself. Nobody even care at this particular point. A lot of people had a lot of things to say. Somebody said, oh, rest. Brymo, just rest. Please, just rest. Person said the energy you are using to drag Burna Boy, why not use it to script something and sing? Why don't you need to sing, sing something and sing? That you've gotten a little attention from dragging Burna Boy. This would be the best time to actually release something and remind people why you are good. Somebody called Brymo a one-hit wonder. Say yes, ever since he went viral with Arambe, he doesn't want to rest again. It's feeling like a top-tier A-list celebrity. I don't know. First, you're just dragging him left, right, and center. There are people that you do not come for in the entertainment space. I mean, irrespective of how well you think you are known, irrespective of how popular you are, Whiskey, Davido, Burna Boy will continually be off limits. Don't come for them. Their fans don't have chill. They are not patient people. They are not nice people. They will drag you like a better pass my neighbor generator. Joy.
You know what, Otita? I think we're going to leave this here, because if we keep on going on and on, you see that fans are all coming from Brymo saying, Brymo, I beg rest. Somebody was even suggesting, Brymo, all this time you're using to, go back and forth about things that happen, things that is paining you, things they did to you. Can you just reach out with some of, some artists now and collaborate? Maybe you could do something with Chike. You know, you and Chike do something together. I think you will be able to do. You know, people are just suggesting. Okay, well, Osita, we're gonna leave the story here and go to our next story. Okay, because this thing with Brymo, I don't think it's gonna end very soon.
Yes, of course. This particular ish, probably there might be a reply, or Brymo would say something else because it seems that he has been saying a lot. Speaking of saying a lot, Brymo is still in the news for coming out to drag Tu Baba and Annie Idibia. This is why somebody said categorically in this particular story that it seems Brymo just want to talk. That's what somebody said, that it seems that Brymo just wants to talk. Now, Nigerian musician Brymo has actually alleged that his colleague Tubaba asked his ex-wife Annie Macaulay if she had slept with him. Now, Brymo stated this while admitting that he had affairs. Let me say it exactly the way it is. He admitted that he had affairs with some married women. Now, it is not one, it is not two. See, you cannot use some for three people. No, you cannot use some. When you are saying some, it has to be four and above. Yes, so he's coming out to admit that he had affairs with some married women. And speaking in the latest interview of Not Just Okay podcast, the singer warned younger artists to stop the habit of sleeping with people's wives, noting that such women will cut short their life. Narrating his experience with married women, Brymo stated that Tu Baba asked Annie right in front of him if she had been intimate with him. That is Brymo speaking. And according to Ram, he said, I remember that moment in 2019 at Naomi's office in Lekki, Phase 1, when Two-Face looked me straight in the eye and asked, Annie, you don't own Brymo? That's what he said. I'll never forget it. I'm wicked. You people don't know me. I met quite a number of older women who were truly married, but they would tell me they were separated from their husband. This goes to younger artists. Stop sleeping with people's wife. They will cut your life short. And newspaper reports that neither Annie nor Tu Baba has actually responded to the singer's allegation. Recall that Brymo had, during an interview in 2023, named singer Simi and her Ghanaian counterpart, Efia, among other female colleagues he once requested sex from in an exchange for collaboration. Yes, before he collaborate with them, they have to do something with him. Now he's coming out to make this particular statement that Tu Baba actually asked Annie Macaulay in front of him if she has actually done anything intimate with him. Now, people went wild. If I do say so myself, the comment section, I had to call 4 fire service trucks. 4 fire service trucks to come and quench fire in that particular comment section, because the comment section catch fire, pepper, scatter. I'm telling you, Joy, or a lot of comments. Yes, let me start like this. A lot of comments were actually pointing out if Brymo is actually proud of what he's saying. People are saying that there's a kind of things you would do, and those things are supposed to remain a secret till you die. Now, he doesn't understand the confidence in which Brymo is using to come out and say things like this. Person can they ask, say, even if this particular thing happened, why exactly are you speaking about Simi, knowing fully well that she is married with kids now? Now, why are you bringing up that particular, like, why are you reminding people? Yes, why are you reminding people, knowing fully well that she's married? And another person said, this is you coming out to paint yourself black, because this is you coming out to say you actually ask people for, that thing to happen before you can collaborate with them. That this is you painting yourself black. Another person said, I do not know where this person is coming from, Joy. I am trying to find out why exactly this person will say this kind of thing, because this person said, okay, you do am finish, come dey advise the man no do am. Like me, I go do am too. Come advise people, make they no do am. I don't know. Why are Nigerians stubborn? Why are Nigerians this way? Somebody's coming out to come and tell you don't do this thing, and you are saying, why will you do it and tell me not to do? One of the hardest advice to give Nigerians is don't do this. There's this particular, should I say, cartoon that I watched growing up. Somebody wanted to leave his house. A mother wanted to leave home and told her son, you see this particular pot, don't open it. Do anything you want to do in this house. Do anything, go anywhere you want to go, but don't open this pot. And when she came back, the bird that she kept in that particular pot, it don't fly come out. So the mother was like, I gave you freedom. The only thing I told you not to do is that which you wanted to do. Now, Brymo is coming out to tell you to stay away from people's wives. And you are saying you want to stay with them. That you must do your own since Brymo has done his own. I don't know. I don't know. Seriously speaking, I don't know. Joy.
You know what? You know what? There's something I want to say. There's something I want to say. Because we are thinking, we are wondering, I said it before that I'm still wondering what is happening. What is happening? What's wrong with Brymo? There's something that Brymo is not telling us, okay? And fans are beginning to wonder, okay? One lady said something. She said, it be like, say, I no understand. Does it mean that Brymo, they do sugar mommy? Is that what he's trying to tell us? Because I don't get it. I don't understand. Because what is it saying? Why is it telling us this now? Okay. See, people are now people are saying that, okay, he said something about Annie, and maybe that is why two Baba and Annie split. That was the main reason for their divorce. Who told you that was the reason for their divorce? I don't understand. I'm telling you, people are beginning to think that, that's the reason. Okay, is that the reason why two Baba and Annie divorced? How you take note that one? Please calm down. I beg, make una just calm down. Calm down first of all. Because somebody said something. If it's that nothing happened between he and Annie, he would have forgotten it. Forgotten waiting. You not be human being. Some people still remember things that happened when they were in secondary school or primary school. You cannot be. It doesn't mean that something happened. See, Brymo said that Two Baba asked Annie that, were you intimate with Brymo? And only one person said something that which I could relate to. The person said, did Annie answer his question or was she silent? So you get that is the thing. Was she silent? Did she answer the question? Okay, all these things that you people are saying, okay, that is why they divorced. So Brymo is doing sugar mommy. Hey, is that why two Baba left her? Where are we getting that from? That is not what happened. Okay, Brymo said something. He did not even complete what he said. Okay, he did not complete what he said. So we cannot say that, yes, so that is what happened. That is why they broke up. Whatever. That is not it. That we don't know what happened. Okay, somebody even said something that Two Baba has already warned Brymo before that he should not use his family. So he should not use his family. He should not use it of his family's name. Okay, because the fan even said, he said that matter is false. And Two Baba had warned Brymo several times to stop using his family name for clout. Okay. Plus, if you follow Brymo, you will know that this guy specializes on this type of gist to stay relevant. Una don't see am now. And nobody tell you. So you the person. You just ask me in the comment section. Let me tell you this, because I'm not the one. Two Baba has already won them. Because for me, I just feel that Brymo is relevant. That's the way I see it. I feel like, and I think one fan said something. The fan was advising Brymo. The fan said Brymo is so talented, but he allowed women to overshadow his glory, chasing different things in skirts. As a man, if you want to go far, be disciplined with one woman. He gets why. Are you getting? So this is a fan saying this to Brymo, okay? And I think I'm also going to, for me, that fan that was telling Brymo that Brymo try, instead of you to use this time to look for who you are going to expose, who you're going to say did this, did that, can you use it to just find somebody, collaborate with the person? Even the fan that said, okay, collaborate with Chike, okay, maybe you can do something together. I think both of you can do something together because of the kind of song that Chike sing, okay, and the kind of song that you sing. Maybe you can blend something. Who said, I don't know how you see this, but I think there's something wrong that Brymo is not telling us, or you just want to stay relevant. I don't know.
Truthfully, at this particular point, if you're using topics like this to try to stay relevant, it is completely wrong. I feel it should not be done. There are better ways to actually stay relevant. See, the moment you say something and it goes viral, that is the perfect opportunity for you to show people why you are a musician. Show people why you are an artist. Show people why you are a creative. Do something. It might not even be, it must not necessarily be a full-time, should I say full-time track. It must not be a single, it must not be a full-time track. You could do a freestyle, you could do something. Just let people know that you're a creative person. Saying things like this to remain relevant is wrong, is a cake, and it should be abolished completely. Please, Brymo, stay away from people's marriages. Stop putting speculations where there should not be speculations. If you have a personal beef with somebody, go out there and settle the beef with the person, not saying things that would actually affect somebody's image. I feel Annie Macaulay can drag Brymo for this particular statement that he made, because this is something like a dent on her own image. Coming out to say something like this, actually tarnishing her image. So I beg, if you know that it didn't happen, if you're saying it just for clout, be very, very, very careful, because the cyberspace has actually changed. Things do not go exactly the way they go before. So that being said, we will put full stop under Brymo matter and enter the very next story. If you're watching us at this particular moment, please, I'd like to hear from you. Do you agree with that particular statement that says school now? Yes, do you agree with that particular statement that says school and scam? If you are in support of the statement, leave us a comment. If you are not in support of that particular statement, please do well to leave us a comment. Do you agree with the statement that says school and scam? Go on.
Yes, so our veteran Nollywood actor Jim Iyke is in the news today, and what was it I was asking about school and I'll be is what has been to the news today. Yes, Jim Iyke has said something about Western education. Speaking in a recent interview with media personality Joey Akan, Jim Iyke said some certain things, okay, and I'm going to say it in his own words, the way he said it, okay, and I want to see your comment on this, okay. Do you agree with what he said or not, okay? Now, Jim Iyke said something. Jim Iyke said there is some truth to school and scam, that I'm doing better than all my lecturers. I once met one of my lecturer who is now late on a plane, and we both knew who was doing better. I was sitting there in front, and I had to look back to see him. If he had taken everything he taught me verbatim and applied it in my pursuit, I would not have been successful. This is Jemai still speaking. He said, I will tell you what works. It is what the uncles, the traders, who barely went to school told me. They told me go left at all times and never right. Okay, can you hear me? The father who told me to forget theories and know when to be ruthless, conform or stand my ground, and what books to read. Some of the wealthiest men in the world did not get it from classroom. How many of them have PhD? This is still Jamaica, still saying that I have a PhD holder who works for me. We can argue all we want, but school is partly scam. This is what Jamaica is saying, okay, about Western education. Are you getting? You see, I don't want to start insulting anybody. No, I'm not here to insult somebody, okay? But a fan is saying something that I hope Jemai will not send his children to school. That's what somebody is saying. Somebody is saying that I hope Jemai will not send his kids to school. Hope they are not going. Okay, hope they see that school is scam and nobody is going. Everybody just there. I hope they won't do that. Okay. Now another person is saying, I think Jemai has pride. That's what a fan is saying. This is a fan saying this, okay? Another one is saying that I think this man has pride, but I don't know, okay? Now, see, somebody said something, and I see it, the way this person is saying it is the way I see it. The person said that, Jemai, you are there, you can speak because you went to school. If you did not go to school, how will you be able to speak the way you are speaking now? Another person made a point saying, you were in a play. You were going somewhere on a plane. You saw your lecturer on that plane. God rest his soul. He was sitting there at the back, and you were in the front. Maybe you were in first class, and your lecturer was in business class. Okay. Now imagine if somebody come to tell you that there's an announcement in the plane that, oh, excuse me, please, everybody should sit tight because our pilot just finished serving his oga, and he has come to he has decided that he wants to be a pilot, so he's using this plane to test run. So everybody should sit tight. Also, I don't know if you can hear me. Okay, our guy just he just finished serving his Oga for 6 years inside Alaba International Market. So he has decided to want to be a pilot. So he has decided to use this plane to test run. Jim Iyke, will you continue to sit down in that plane or will you stand up and go out of that plane? That is what a fan is asking. Another fan is saying, the man go run, he leg, he go dey touch him head. Because I'm still wondering, because people can imagine, okay? Just imagine that kind of thing. You are in a plane, and the person who is driving you, who is on that, who is your pilot, is someone that just finished having his order for 6 years. Please, will you continue sitting there? Will you continue sitting there? And you say education is a scam? Please let's think about this, okay? And somebody is saying that I wonder why we always think that being successful is only when you have money. Okay, somebody said welcome to a time when you have money means you are successful, means you have wisdom, means you have sense. But it is a lie. Even if you have money, you might not have sense. You might not have wisdom. There are things that you lack even with your money. Okay, even if a PhD holder is working for you, why are you not? Why do you employ a PhD holder? Because you value his education, isn't it? Okay. See, somebody said something, and I want to say it the way the man said it. The man said, education has never guaranteed riches. Okay, the difference is how you apply the skills and the knowledge that you have learned. That's the difference. How you apply it. It's not about you going to school and then you are saying that, oh, because you went to school, you got first class, then you are going to have money. It is how you apply what you have learned. Okay, that is what guarantees your output. Another person said that the mind, okay, you went to school, your lecturers chose to teach you in school, and they have made invaluable impact in your life. Okay, they have made impact that you cannot quantify it with money. Now you have chosen a different path for a different financial gain. Those people who teach you, they know the kind of money that they will earn, but their passion for teaching puts them there, or maybe that is what they got at the time. But you are choosing a different path that gives you a different financial gain. It's not because that doesn't mean that education is scam. If not, you will not tell me that you are not educated. You went to school. Okay, if you don't go to school, you will not think about employing a PhD holder. Why don't you employ someone on the street who is, roasting corn on the street? Why don't you employ the person? Why are you employing a PhD holder? What do you need their brain for? What do you need it for if education is a scam? It's that I don't know if how you take see all these things, because this whole thing is just somehow.
Truthfully, I like the way people are always very selective